name is Dawn and I am an English teacher here in Thailand. I'm based in Bangkok and I've been here for 5 years.
Hello everyone, my name is Carla and I am an assistant language teacher here in Japan. I have been teaching here in Japan for almost 5 years now.
Hi guys, this is Christina and I'm working as a teacher here in Vietnam.
Hi, my name is Kim and I'm currently teaching here in Yingkou, the province of Liaoning in China. So I've been teaching here for almost a month already.
Hello, my name is Ivy Elefante and I'm a public school teacher here in New Mexico, United States, and this is my 5th year of teaching high school from 9th to 12th grade.
So I'm teaching kids ages from 2 to 9 years old, and I'm also training foreign and local teachers in different schools here in Thailand. Basically, I just teach English. That's the only thing that I'm doing. I'm not involved in homeroom or taking care of the kids or so on and so forth. But any English activities in school, I'm the one handling it.
My work as an ALT is twofold. First, I am a language instructor and I assist Japanese teachers of English in their lessons, and I also help in lesson planning. Second, I am a cultural ambassador who promotes cultural understanding and international communication in and out of the classroom. I usually play English games that target the grammar point that my students are learning. Most of the time, I do warm-ups and do motivation for the students. Sometimes I'm given the whole period to do the lesson by myself with the assistance of the Japanese teacher of English, and I grade speaking tests and homework.
Of course, if you're working for big schools or international schools, expect na lang na you really have to hustle because there's a lot of things that you really have to do, a lot of documents that you have to prepare.
Before I came here sa Liaoning province, I was actually in Shandong province, and that was a kindergarten. So, ibang-iba siya kasi yun, school talaga. Tapos ito, this time is a training center. I have students ages from 3 to 5. Meron ding primary students, my middle school students, my senior high school, and I have adult classes. So these are like staffs and employees from different companies. So meron akong mga ganong students. And actually, hindi siya ganun kahirap kasi I always have my assistant teachers with me inside the class. So, magfo-focus ka lang talaga magturo kasi they'll be handling the kids if they're not listening, or they will be helping you out sa pag-manage ng whole classroom.
I teach sciences, lectures, and laboratories for regular classes and honors classes, and it includes physical science, physics, chemistry, and research. I am also the International Science and Engineering Fair Coordinator in our school. As a public school teacher, of course, just like in the Philippines, we prepare our lesson plans and we instruct students in our assigned school. We develop and implement grade that is appropriate to their coursework to meet the academic requirements of the K-12 program of the school and the state. We follow the NGSS, or the Next Generation Science Standards, and we do have state tests at the end, so we make sure that we follow their standards in order for us to meet the required scores in the state test.
I have a regular working days, Mondays to Fridays, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And my working load is only 24 units maximum, but right now I'm just teaching 21 periods. That means to say a period is equivalent to 50 minutes.
I work for 29.5 hours a week, but this depends on your contract. Some ALTs have a 40-hour work week. I teach from Mondays through Fridays and very rare Saturdays.
Fix yung schedule nyo. So, like in my case, 7:30 to 4:30.
Back then, dun sa kindergarten, that was from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock. Dito sa training center, yung naging arrangement namin dito was I'll just go to the training center every time may schedule ako. So, ayun, I'll just go. My schedule is mostly gabi lang, mga 6 o'clock or 5:30. Usually it starts at 5:30 and the latest would be 7:30. So, yun yung weekdays ko. For me, very flexible siya kasi ayun, I just prefer this schedule than having like the whole day. Weekends will be the busiest kapag nasa training center ka.
I work Mondays through Fridays from 7:30 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon.
Right now, I'm earning at least 40,000 baht, but that includes my special classes and part-time job. And I get to have a higher salary whenever I do the trainings. But I started with 21,000 baht.
For my salary, I get paid 215,000 yen per month, except for prorated months, which are March and April. Unfortunately, we don't get any performance bonus or yearly bonus and the like. But I do get an allowance for my gas and for my rental car fee.
Nakuha kong rate, $20 per hour. But of course, I was just so lucky during that time because there are only few language centers. So ngayon kasi, there are lots of language centers that are actually like popping up. Nag-o-offer lang sila ng maliliit na rate. I have some friends who got $15 per hour. If you're gonna get or hired sa malalaking school, you can get as low as $2,000 up to $3,000. So depende. But yung mga maliliit na school, I think nag-offer sila from $600 to $1,000.
The salary, I can't divulge like the exact amount I get, but iba yung rate kapag native speaker ka. Pero kapag Asian, kapag Filipino, usually sa mga kakilala ko din, the same lang from, it ranges from 8,000 RMB to like 12,000 RMB. Pero kasali na dun may free accommodation ka na, you have a fully furnished house na, tapos ang normally walking distance lang siya sa school, which is really okay.
And the salary really depends on what level is your license. For the minimum requirement in New Mexico is at least 2 to 3 years teaching experience in the Philippines, and then with that you will be given an entry level or level 1 license, which I think they would give like $39,000 for a year. That is without experience if like you graduate here in America. But if you have 2 years experience, probably you will have almost $40,000 to $45,000 for level 2. And then for level 3, that is if you have 5 to 10 years teaching experience in the Philippines and in here altogether, plus you have your master's degree, you will get $50,000 to $60,000 a year. So it really depends on your license level. So that would be like level 1, level 2, or level 3. We do get bonuses. Say if you conduct after school tutoring, you will get $25 an hour. And then you can have maximum of 2 hours every day for after school tutoring. So it's not bad to get $50 additional. And then for performance bonus, if you get outstanding in your evaluation, you will get $10,000 more. Plus, if you are national board certified, which means you have a certification which allows you to work all over the United States, you will have like additional pay of $10,000 or maybe more. But that salary range is just in New Mexico, so it really depends from state to state.
We have medical insurance and paid vacation because it's a 12-month contract. So Christmas or summer, we could always go home and it's all paid.
All ALTs here must subscribe to the National Health Insurance. The National Health Insurance here in Japan is very good. It covers medical bills, visit to clinics, and dental health care. Also, foreign residents here in Japan must pay pension. In my case, since I don't plan on staying here long term, I apply for the pension exemption.
If you're gonna work for big schools, they have lots of benefits. Like for example, annual leave, sick leave, performance bonus, 13-month health insurance, vacation leave, yeah. Yun, para makatravel dun kayo sa neighboring countries dito. If you're gonna get hired from the big schools, of course you're gonna process your work permit at saka temporary residence. So the company will go into shoulder 100% for that.
About the benefits I get here, first is yung free accommodation nga. And then health insurance, flight reimbursement after a year of service.
As far as I know, for insurances, 60% the school will pay or the district will pay for insurance, and 40% will come from your salary. For your pension, here in, as far as I know, for teachers, for 401k, that's our retirement pension, we're only required to at least contribute for 5 years. And after that, if you retire, just a minimum of 5 years, you will already get your pension. So the more years you contribute to your 401k, your pension, your retirement, the greater is your pension.
Cost of living here in Thailand is really cheap compared to other countries that I know of, like Japan. So my rent right now, I live in a busy street in a very good place in Bangkok, and I'm only paying 5,000 baht. It's unbelievable because it's almost the same rent that I'm paying in my old condominium in another province. And the water is just 90 baht. It's fixed, but my electricity would always be 1,000 or 1,500 until 3,000, depending on my usage of air conditioning. So that's the only thing. I don't cook, so I always eat out. So my budget for my food is around 6,000 to 8,000 every month, and personal necessities 2,000 baht. So at least I could save 10,000 to 15,000 every month. And my school and my house is just 5 minutes away, so no problem with transportation.
For the cost of living, I consider myself very lucky because I don't pay rent, but this is not the case for most ALTs. Most ALTs pay around 40,000 yen to 70,000 yen for rent. For the utilities such as gas, electricity, internet, and phone bills, all in all, it's around 20,000 yen per month. For my groceries, it's around 10 to 20,000 per month. It depends on how much you eat. I don't eat a lot, so my budget is not that big. I really try to save as much as 100,000 yen per month. Sometimes I fail, but take note guys, I'm able to save this much because I do part-time work at night.
If you want to earn and save more, and then you can travel at the same time, I think Vietnam is actually a best place to start with.
So New Mexico doesn't have a really high cost of living. It's one of the states where you can really save a lot with your salary, because for the rent in 2015 we started with a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, which was, I think it was like $680 a month, and then we moved to a 2-bedroom apartment with 2 bathrooms, which was $825 a month. Basically, that's the range of the apartments here in New Mexico. And for your utilities, based on my experience in the apartment, we paid less because it's maintained by the management. So for our electricity bill, I think we just paid $20 for gas. Water is free, garbage is free, because the maintenance is free. But for winter, I guess the maximum that we paid for gas and electricity is just like $50 for each. And it won't be that much if you live in an apartment. Probably for 1 month, like for us, we can spend $100 or $200 for food, for groceries, if you just buy what you need. So my estimated savings for a month, I would say in summary, my first 2 weeks, because we're paid bi-monthly, so my first pay, which covers 2 weeks, would be allotted for all my expenses. Let's like after all the taxes and deductions. So first 2 weeks will be for my bills, utilities, food, apartments, and everything. And then for my second week, third and fourth week, that will be our savings.
My friend is the one who told me about this job because I was here for a conference and I just decided to try it out for a year, and it became 2, 3, 4, and 5, and planning to stay here for a long time. But you could definitely check the website www.ajrn.com, AJRN. That's mostly where the teaching jobs are posted. Or you could also look at the Filipino or expat group in Thailand. There are also a lot of job postings there.
For the application and requirements, I did a video about this, so just watch that video. But just to give you an idea, I applied through an agency called Chasham, and it is located in Makati City. So if you want to apply, you can visit their website to know more details.
In my case, I'm not an education graduate. I'm a mass graduate actually. I used to work in Thailand as well. before moving here in Vietnam. So, nag-aral ako doon ng 1 year. I took a diploma of early childhood of education. It was very, very useful. Tsaka experience, especially if you're planning to work in international schools, they would pay your experience.
So how to apply? In my case, I actually got the details through WeChat application. So it's a messaging app na ginagamit ko sa China. You'll be needing to download that application because they will be talking with you and doing interviews, especially like video calls through the WeChat app. And maybe you can search on Facebook groups na it's teachers in China. You'll be needing to search that, and there are a lot of opportunities there. And nagpo-post sila ng mga hiring doon. They even like put their WeChat usernames for you to contact them and send your resume. You'll be needing to prepare your resume, 1-minute intro video about yourself and your experiences, and then if possible, yung sample ng teaching video nyo. If you have like a teaching video, that would really help. And how about the requirements? The most needed would be the bachelor's degree diploma, and that needs to be authenticated sa DFA and sa Chinese embassy, and NBI clearance na authenticated din, as well as actually yung dalawa lang yun na importante na hinihingan ng authentication. And maybe right now they will be asking for TESOL or TFL na certificate din.
So how to apply here in the United States and what other requirements? It depends on what visa you're applying for. So there are like different visas for teachers. You can have your J visa or your H visa. Well, normally what you do is you go online and search for the school that you want, and then you will be given different districts in that specific state. They have a database, like an application online, and then the district will show you the list of the different schools who are in need of teachers or for whatever position you're applying. The HR will actually contact the school, and then the school principal will call you and interview you, maybe over the phone or Skype or personally. But in my case, the principal actually went to the Philippines and interviewed the teachers like personally, one-on-one, and then right there and then I got a job offer, and then I got hired. The requirements, so first of all, it requires 2 to 3 years at least teaching experience, at least bachelor's degree, transcript of records, your diploma, and your TOR must be evaluated. There are a lot of evaluation companies here in the United States. You can do your evaluation online. There's like a form that you need to fill out, and then you give it to the school, to your school, for you to be able to get your transcript and send it to the evaluation agency. Like the school will send it to them. So basically for the employers, what they need is just your evaluated transcript of records, your diploma, your resume, and your verification of employment. So they would actually call or email your previous schools just to verify that you have this work experience, because your salary would depend on your work experience. And then you just do your visa requirements like your DS-160, get your interview at the embassy, but you only do that once you have a clear go signal by your school that hey, yeah, you're hired, and get the proper documentation so you can show it to the embassy.
I am really happy. I look tired right now, but I'm really, really happy. The people here are very nice. My boss is very nice. So I'm planning to stay here longer.
So far, I am happy with my job, but again, I don't plan on staying here for good. But if I do change my plans, then I'd look for a better paying job, because I know there are other jobs here in Japan that pay 300,000 yen to 400,000 yen per month.
Maraming mga activities, maraming mapuntahan dito after your work. So, I love working in Vietnam.
I'm having fun teaching here in China. You can actually try, and just be very careful when looking for employers, kasi sometimes, mahirap magtiwala agad lalo pag online, diba? So make sure nakapagtanong-tanong ka, you did your own research about the company or the employer before you submit your papers.
Happy with my job? Yes, I am. It's a challenge to teach here in the United States, especially the culture, the habits, the study habits of the students, so different. But it's not, I'm not generalizing everything, but it's a challenge to teach here, because if you're a hardworking teacher in the Philippines, you will be more hardworking here. But the good thing is you will be trained professionally. There are a lot of opportunities, like even free opportunities. You can go to different states for free. Everything is covered, and it will really help you grow professionally in your career.